Well, good evening, everybody. And how is everybody doing? I hope that you guys are having a wonderful evening. It is a great night, and I am excited to be here. We're going to talk about a few things, and who knows, we may have somebody come up. We shall see. But how is everybody doing? Are you guys having a great night? Are you guys dealing with some weather or what? I know that they are dealing with some weather around the country, and some people are getting some snow. Some people are getting, a bunch of freezing weather. Are you guys dealing with that yourselves? I am so glad that you guys are here. Let us know if you guys are dealing with the cold. We've actually been dealing with a little bit of cold weather here too. It's warmed up a little bit. We are supposed to get in the forecast. There is some snow, but we'll see if that hits or not. Um, Hopefully not. But we've been dealing with some cold for the last few days. It's been in the mid to low 20s, and we've actually run our wood stove a little bit. But it has warmed up, and we are so happy for that. So I'm glad everyone here. We are streaming in 3 platforms tonight. We are streaming on obviously on YouTube, also in Facebook, and then we are streaming on Instagram tonight. So we are learning how all these different platforms happen. So we're excited about that. But we are so glad that you guys are here. And let's see who is in the chat. We do have Kyle. Kyle was the first one in, so welcome in, Kyle. Glad you are here. And second on deck was Sea Leg Journeys. Chet and Robin, welcome in. Glad you guys are here. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening. They are getting ready for their group cruise in May. Cannot wait. Cindy and I are going to be on that cruise on the breakaway. It is going to be fantastic. If you guys want to get on that group cruise, there's still time. Get a hold of me. We can get you a good cabin. It's going to be a blast. We are going to have so much fun on the Norwegian breakaway. Cannot wait. It's going to be a fantastic, fantastic group cruise. We've got Billy in the house from Warmstrong Adventures. Welcome in, Billy. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, sir. And we've got Ross with Orange Cone Vlog is in the house. So welcome in, Ross. And hopefully everything's going well with you. And we've got the Z Show Cruise Fun in the house. Welcome in, Z. Z's doing prime time over on his channel. But welcome in, Z. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, sir. And Ross says that I am an introvert, extrovert. Awesome. And we've got Danny is in the house from Griswold Family Vacay. Welcome in, Danny. And we've got Mike, the troublemaker, Clock Family Adventures. Ricky might be there with him too. So welcome in, Mike, and possibly Ricky. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. We've got See Me Traveling in the house. Welcome in, Kurt, Marsha. Hopefully you guys are having a good evening there in Virginia. I know that they are getting some cold weather and there is some snow expected. I know the clocks are dealing with some snow. People are dealing with snow all over the place. We are not, and I'm thankful for that. We've got Billy is in the house. Ahoy there, Billy. Glad you are here. The captain is here. And hopefully you are having a wonderful evening, sir. We are going to see Billy in a few weeks in Helen, Georgia. Cannot wait. Cannot wait for that. Helen, Georgia is going to be such a fun time. And Sherry with Destination Fun was doing a live today. Had Darian on there and Blaine on. They all about Helen, Georgia, and it is going to be such a fun time. I cannot wait. Can't wait to meet people that we haven't had a chance to meet face to face yet. Like Sherry and Danny are going to be there. Um, Obviously, Darian's going to be there, and Blaine is going to be there, and other ones that we've never met before, plus ones we have, like See Me Traveling is going to be there. Clock Family Adventures is going to be there. And so it is going to be a lot of fun. I believe the Moonlight Adventures, Josh and Chassie are going to be there. So it's going to be a blast, and we cannot wait for that. And Billy's going to be there, obviously. Danny is in the house. Welcome in, Danny. Great moderator, great friend. Thank you so much for coming in, and hopefully you are doing well this evening. What's Ross say? Welcome to the North Pole. Santa can't deal with it. He is in Australia now, where it's 105 degrees. He probably is. He needs a rest after that long that busy season. So he deserves it too. And Sea Lake Journey says it's freezing. It's a freezing 68 degrees, but it's finally stopped raining. 68 degrees. I wish it was. So right now, I think it's about 30, 36 here. But so it's a little bit warmer today, which is great. We didn't have to run our wood stove today. Our heat pump was able to keep up with everything. So we are thankful for that. We've got Journeys with June and Brady is in the house. Welcome in. Glad you guys are here. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening and staying safe and warm where you are. And Michael Clock says, heading to bed, everyone. Have a great night. Well, Mike, you have an awesome night, sir. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully you are feeling better and continue getting better, buddy. So go get your rest. All right. Let's see. Gonna scroll down. And yeah, if you do want to drop your link, if you got a YouTube channel, do hashtag O20. But you don't have to do the hashtag. You can just put it O20 and Nightbot will drop your link. And checking in. Hey, Sharon Rowland is in the house. Welcome in, Sharon. Dropping down to 29 degrees tonight. It was 34 degrees right now in South Georgia. Ugh, that is cold, Sharon. We've been dealing with that type of weather here. And yeah, and with the wind chill factor, it was actually even colder. With the wind chill factor, it was down to like 17 and stuff. So it was crazy. Hey, Chet, check your Facebook Messenger, buddy. All right, and then we've got Marjorie's in the house. Welcome in, Marjorie. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. And See Me Traveling, welcome in, says, evening, Bruce. Hope you're doing well. We are doing good, sir. I was talking to Kurt earlier today, and like I said, they're supposed to be dealing with some snow, I believe. And oh, you're on the Facebook side. I just realized you're on the Facebook side there. Well, that's awesome. So, but glad you're here on both channels. But yeah, so we're not dealing with snow yet, and hopefully we will not be. And we've got Kathy Mills. Welcome in, Kathy. Glad you are here. Hopefully you are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. And Sharon says, it is too cold. Yes, sometimes these winter days and nights can be rough. And I don't know, I kind of like the warmer climate. Jennifer says, hey, Bruce and friends, welcome in. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Hopefully you guys, I saw them over on Z's Live a little bit. So welcome in, guys. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. Danny says it's 23 there in Oklahoma. Man, that is just cold. Let's see. And then we've got Andrew's in the house. Welcome in, Andrew. Glad you're here. And we've got Marcia is in the house. Yeah, we need some of that warm weather here too, Marcia. Send it west and send it to Virginia also. Absolutely. All right, I think we're going to stop it right there for the moment. I'm going to star that one so I can come back to it. All righty. So, did want to talk a couple things that's in the news, which is kind of very well. One of them is really exciting. Carnival Corporation has announced. This is a corporation. I shouldn't say they have announced, but there is a report that has come out, and this is from Italy Shipping, I believe it's called, that has said that they are going to be building some newer and even bigger. They're going to be building some bigger Excel class ships for Carnival Corporation. Now the question is, are these going to be for Carnival Cruise Line? They could be for the other ones, but there is a report. Now remember, this has not been confirmed by Carnival Corporation yet, or Carnival Cruise Line, or anybody within the Carnival organization. This is strictly from the report from Shipping Italy. And the new size ships, are going to be around 208 gross tons, which is obviously going to be bigger than the Excel class ships. So, and they're going to hold up to around 7,000 passengers, guests. So, what do you guys think about that? Well, are you happy that now they did say, I believe it was 2 years ago, a year or 2 years ago when they got the new CEO, that they said that they weren't going to be building any new ships for a decade. So that would be a little bit quicker than what they said was going to happen. But we may see some new ships coming into the Carnival Corporation. Doesn't mean it's going to be Carnival Cruise Line, but it could be. And that would be exciting if it is for everyone that loves to cruise with Carnival, to get even bigger ships. Still won't be matching what Royal has. I mean, oh my goodness. How many of you saw the Icon of the Seas come into port this last week? That ship is huge. Absolutely huge. And when you saw it coming in, I didn't realize how big it was until they docked, and then you saw some other ships that were by it. That thing is huge. And we know some people that are getting ready to go on there. Clocks are getting ready to go on there. And there's some other people that are getting ready to go on there. And I can't wait to see some of the videos. And I know that there's some videos that are already out there that people have been there. They did a couple short cruises for travel agents and for some media personnel. And so there is stuff out there already. That ship is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I think someday we will probably go on that one, but it's probably not going to be for a little bit. But do you guys like the bigger ships? And this one that's coming out with, with Carnival Corporation, if they do, like I said, it's just a report now from Shipping Italy and their CEO and everything, but it has not been confirmed by Carnival. So who knows if that is going to come to pass, or if it's not. It will be interesting to see. The other thing, staying within the Carnival Corporation, is that Holland America are raising their gratuities as of February 15th, I believe it is, or 14th, Valentine's Day. Their gratuities are going up to $17 per guest per day for non-suites, and $19 per guest for suites. And so this is going to be an increase of 6% for non-suites and 8% for suites, going from $16 and $17.50. So as the cruise lines go, gratuities will be continually going up. So kind of crazy. Um, Absolutely crazy. I don't know, and gratuities is a good thing because it does go towards crew members and stuff. I should say some of the crew members because gratuities doesn't cover all the crew members on the ship. So, but yeah, they continue going up and they'll probably keep going up. So, awesome. Just checking down here. And oh, we had a guest. Now they popped out. So pop back in if you can. Oh, there they are popping back in again. All right, so we are gonna bring up a guest, and we are going to talk about cruising as an introvert. I do have some of the things that I was going to share, but we have a couple people that are introverts themselves. They tell me, and they are going to. So I'm going to bring them up right now.
Ah,
Hey,
we're shy. We're introverts.
And Robin, how are you guys doing?
She's being shy. Look at
her. Hey, you can't be hiding. You're not in the back room today in the office.
Well, I'm in the office. I'm still working.
Oh, no. Wow, it's late back there. Oh, my goodness. You're working at 9 p.m. at night? Wow.
Yeah, she got up at 4:30 this morning, so I don't know what she's doing in there. I think she's just, looking at shoes or something online. But
my. So how are you doing, sir?
Fantastic, Bruce. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. And you guys are getting ready for a cruise, a group cruise.
That's right. And if y'all haven't booked it yet, be sure to contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com and come on and get on that group cruise, y'all, because we're shy. We need somebody to hang out with. Otherwise, we won't meet nobody.
I can't wait. This one is going to be so much fun, and it is a first for some of us. I believe you guys and us and TNT Adventures. See, it's our first time on Norwegian, so I can't wait. And this is a perfect ship too. It's a breakaway. It's a nice size ship, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait.
That'll be great.
Yeah. Do you want to say hi to some other people I saw coming in, which is Donna. With Orange Cone Vlog. Welcome in, Donna. Glad you are here, and hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And we've got Elvin is in the house. Welcome in, Elvin. And just checking down. I just don't want to miss anybody. All right. So you are an introvert. So you say. Yeah. We would never know it watching you.
No, we aren't too bad about being really introverted, but there are some tips though for if you want to meet people, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. There's some great ways to meet people on a cruise ship.
There really are. And as we're doing this, please give us any of your thoughts, ideas, and stuff. I did come across some pretty good ideas of some things to consider when you are cruising as an introvert. And I'm going to pop these up on the screen as we go. And the first one is to choose the correct cruise line. So you can cruise with any cruise line as an introvert, but some of them are better than others where you have more quietness and the opportunity to be more alone where they don't have as much stuff on. Like Holland America and some of the more upper echelon Princess and stuff where there is more opportunities for you to cruise an introvert versus Royal or Carnival where there's so much going on and stuff. But so sometimes choosing the right cruise line is something that you probably want to look into if you are the more of an introvert you are. I know that there's times even with us that we just we're done with crowds and we just need to get away and relax even on the cruise. And I really am an introvert. Doing this has kind of brought me out of my shell, but you can ask Cindy, before we started doing YouTube and everything, we would go to parties. We'd go to places where crowds are, and I would go find somewhere to sit down, and I would not talk to anybody. That's I would get.
Yeah, as an introvert, like you say, Bruce, you want to pick the right cruise line, and you got to decide: do I want to stay away from people and remain introverted, or do I want to break out of that shell? Because, like you say, some cruise lines, it's a whole lot easier to get out if if you're an introvert and say, "Look, I want to try to make myself meet some people. How can I do that?" Cruise ship is perfect for that. But if you want to remain away from the people, some great tips for that I would give people: book the yacht club on MSC. You can go out and about the ship if you want to with the other 5,000 people, or you can walk through those doors into the yacht club, and it's a whole secluded area. Okay, that's a tip number one. Number two is Virgin Voyages. If you haven't been there yet, there's a lot of places there. It's adults only. So typically the adults, a lot of them on Virgin Voyages are doing stuff on their phones and computers. That's why you'll find outlets everywhere on that ship, and you can go plug your computer in anywhere on that ship and just sit there for hours and do your thing or read a book or whatever you want to do. So those are also two recommendations I would give an introvert who wanted to stay away from the people.
Absolutely. Another one with Carnival is the Havana area, because you can go into that Havana area where they have the pool and stuff like that, and the hot tub in that area where you obviously are not going to get as many people also. Those are some really great tips on those. We got Susanna in the house. Well, welcome in, Susanna. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. And we've got Bill from Warmstrong Adventures in the house. Welcome in, Bill. And we've got Kenny in the house. Welcome in, Kenny. Hopefully you're having a good day, sir. All right. And so number one, make sure, and your travel advisor can help you with this too. So it can give a lot of ideas and options when it comes to the different type of cruise lines to choose. Second one, if you're an introvert, or actually, I'm sorry, we got one before that. Think about the type of itinerary that you are doing. Shorter itineraries with plenty of ports to visit, and can have geared towards spaces and peace and quiet and stuff like that. Thinking about places like the Antarctic, Alaska. Alaska is a great cruise for introverts. It's a lot more low key, and you can get out there within nature and everything else. So choosing that itinerary can also be very important.
That is so true. The Alaska cruise, we've been on 2 of them. And literally, you can hear a pin drop on that ship when we're going through the glaciers and College Fjord and all that. It is very quiet there.
Absolutely. And then the third one, going back to this, is to book a balcony. Cindy and I, we love booking the balcony because when we are peopled out, which we get that way, you can, if you bring a book or whatever, but you can go back to your balcony and just chill out on the balcony, have your favorite drink, just relax. And having a balcony is a great way to be able to escape the crowds and have the solitude in your own cabin, and not having to hang around. And you can just be watching the water, watching the wildlife, all the different sea creatures and everything else, and just sit there and relax.
Right on. Great tip.
Another one is to pack accordingly. And basically what this means is you could bring a book, you could bring cards, a board game, something like that. And again, be in your cabin or find a quiet place on the ship and just relax, and be away from the crowds again. You got a good book. You can sit if you're on Carnival, you can sit in the Serenity area. On Royal, you can go to the Solarium area. I mean, there's lots of different areas that you could go and just relax and read your book, and or again on your balcony, and just take it easy and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. And on Virgin, you can also just take your laptop. If you want to watch all your favorite YouTube channels, like ocean to ocean travel or sea lake
Sea Lake
journey.
Journey. Absolutely.
There's so many places to plug your computer in, and nobody's going to bother you. You just sit there. There's no kids running around. There's no people party going on down the halls. So it's great. You can just sit there and watch your YouTube all day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another tip is researching the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Some ships, all ships are not the same. All cruise lines are not the same. And depending on your ship, you can know ahead of time if there might be some quiet areas that you can go and escape the crowds and, have some time. And one of the great places to do that, although Carnival says they're kind of getting rid of them, but that is the library.
Yeah.
The library, especially on more lively ships that have a lot of activities going on. There's been times when I have seen nobody in that library, and that's kind of why Carnival's talking about, getting rid of them, is because they don't see it used that often. But that is a great spot to escape from, is the library.
Yeah, we used to love
and
it.
there's other areas that you can escape to. I mean, the venues on cruise ships are not used all the time, especially during the day. Some of the places like, the casino, the comedy club and different things like that, you might be able to sneak in there and just sit down and relax and get away from the crowds also. Another one is to consider how you want to dine. Most of the cruise lines, especially if you are single, they might match you up with other people at dining, but just tell them, nope, I just want to dine by myself. And you can have that option on most cruise lines, especially if you do your time dining, where sometimes with scheduled dining, if you're by yourself, they might match you up with some other people. But if you just want to eat by yourself, just let them know, I just need a table for one or two.
Yep.
The other one is shore excursions. There we go. Make the most of the shore excursions. You can do private excursions if you don't want to, or maybe you just want one or two people to go with you. You have that opportunity. There's shore excursions where you can go relax on a beach by yourself and kind of get away and stuff like that. So that's another thing to do, is to research the shore excursions. Any thoughts on any of those, Chet?
Yeah, that's a little tougher one there, isn't it? Now, if you take one of those, like Bruce is saying, a beach day, you may have to ride on a bus with somebody, but once you get there, you can scatter yourself to wherever and be as alone as you want to be. And some of the private islands are great also. If you get on Half Moon Cay or Princess Cay, any of those, you can walk down the beach, or you can rent one of those cabanas, or if you don't want to do an excursion, or you can do excursions right there off the ship too, where you can say, hey, I just want to do my own, or get a taxi cab driver to take you around. There's all kinds of ways to avoid the crowds when you want to.
There really are. And then the last one that I had on this is, don't worry about FOMO, which is fear of missing out. There are a lot of things, and cruise lines and cruise ships, they have a lot of activities, but you don't have to worry about doing it all. And this is a suggestion for just people that cruise, or especially new cruisers, is you don't have to do everything. Most of the cruise lines have a schedule of all their activities, so just pick and choose, and you'll probably be able to tell through those activities if they are more crowded or less crowded. That's right. There you go. The Carnival Fun Times. You got the whole schedule right there.
Sit there and look through it the night before, highlight the things you want to do, and there you go.
Yeah. One of the funnest activities that Cindy and I have participated on when we were on a cruise going to Alaska is I believe it was on our last day. It was the day that we were going into Victoria, and they had an art class, if you will, to teach you how to do a whale tail. and we could all, and I don't have them in here, they're in our other building, but each of us, and it's a great thing because you really aren't, interacting with everyone else in the class. You're just doing yourself. You have your piece of fabric and everything, and then you're learning how to do a whale tail at night with the moon, and it was a lot of fun. But that would be something fun to do for an introvert, because you're not really, there's other people in there, but you're not really doing a lot of communicating or interaction with the other people in the class.
Yeah, we did an origami class on a Royal Caribbean cruise one time, and that was great too. It was just like you say, you go and you sit at your station and do your thing. And this last cruise we did on the Carnival Mardi Gras, we did the Carnival Kitchen cooking class. Well, there's other people in there, but you're not working with them at all. You're doing your own thing. Yeah, you could go in there all by yourself if you wanted to stand there at your own station and do it. And so it's great for an introvert to do something like that.
Yeah, and I have seen that, and I have wanted to do that class. And one of our next cruises, I think we are going, because that looks like so much fun to be able to learn how to make some of the stuff they do on the cruise ships and everything like that.
Yeah, I've got a video coming up on it Friday. The full length video. I put a short up today, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. And
I recommend too, book it early, Bruce, because they sell out.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's with any of the excursions. And you can figure out which ones are Ask People or your travel advisor or the cruise line, and you can find out, which ones are more popular and when, which ones to book really early. But I recommend to book all the excursions as early as you can when they're available, because you just never know when one's going to be popular. And next thing you know, you come to book it and it's sold out. And we've done that. Yeah. And that's, we were going to do, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was a snorkeling and it was where a sunken ship was. And we went, we were talking about, and then finally Cindy decided, hey, let's do that. We go back, and guess what? It was sold out. So you definitely want to be thinking about that when you're thinking about booking your excursions. The sooner you do it, the better it is.
That's right. Plus, you can lock in that price. The last excursion we did up in Alaska, the dog sledding was it was $599 a person, and the day it came out, I booked it, and very limited slots on that. And the next day, it was sold out. And when we got up there, they must have had a cancellation or somebody couldn't go, and it was $750.
Wow!
So, yeah,
that's crazy. Man. So Danny dropped Sea Lake Journeys links. So make sure you're checking them out. Go over, subscribe, give them some love. They do, you're doing 3 times a week now, right? You're doing Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays.
That's right. Wednesday and Friday morning at 8:30 with just me and Godzilla. And then on Sunday night from 6 to 7 with me and Robin and the dogs. And Danny D, you get a squeaky. Thanks for that, Danny.
Yeah, and they're right after See Me Traveling on Wednesday and Friday. So that's make sure you go check them out. They have a fantastic show. If you're having trouble waking up, you got to watch Sea Lake Journeys. They will wake you up.
Hey, it ain't easy following Kurt on the pole. Marcia. Hey, Marcia.
And then Marcia says, hey, we have cruises. They've cruised with you guys and do not buy that they are introverts. And Captain Billy says that he is an introvert. I don't buy that at all, Captain. I don't think so. So do you want to talk a little bit about your group cruise? Because it's exciting. And I know we weren't expecting to do it, but why don't you talk a little bit about it? Where is it sailing out of, and what ports are you going to?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're leaving out of Miami on the Norwegian breakaway. Woohoo! So come on, y'all, with us. We're going to be going down to Tortola. We've never been there before. We're going to Great Stirrup Cay. That's the private island for Norwegian. Never been there before because we've never been on Norwegian before. We're also going to Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. That's the other port. Usually we go to Amber Cove with Carnival and Princess. So we're going to a different port on another island. How about that, y'all? 3 brand new stops are we going to be hitting. And then we're also going to go to St. Thomas. Yeah, you don't want to miss this, y'all. We're going to have so much fun. Oh my gosh, I can't contain myself when I think about it. These are the last days now to get that group rate price. You can still book it after this week, but right now, now's the time to do it. Say, Bruce, come on. I got my income tax check from last year. I'm ready to spend it all. Let me book that group cruise and my excursions and everything else. Yeah, so come on. I'll give you a squeaky just for doing it with us. Come on.
There's not a better way to spend that tax return than going on a cruise. I'm telling you.
Right? That's what we do.
Fantastic.
You know,
So
we
let's
pay a
do
property tax and then we pay for a cruise.
it. All right. And let's see who's we got. Najuma Brown is in the house. Welcome in, Najuma. Glad you are here. And we've got Sherry from Destination Funds in the house. Welcome in. And Bill says drinking helps when you're an introvert. that could be. I do know people that they get a little bit of that liquid courage. They get a lot of courage. So that could be a good thing for introverts is drinking a little bit of that liquid courage. And Marcia says, me too. Just checking down here. Checking everyone's comments. Let's see, a lot of people talking. Oh, and here you go. Oh, this is a good one. So Danny with Griswold Family Vacay says room service is a great introvert tip. Absolutely. If you do not want to go to the main dining room, then doing room service. Now, keep in mind, not all of them, but some of the cruise lines do charge for room service or for certain items. So keep that in mind. But doing room service is a great idea. Have you ever done room service or
every day on Princess? When we're on Princess, every night we go to the main dining room, but then when we come back to cabin 11, 12 o'clock, we order us chocolate chip cookies for me and French fries for her every night on a Princess cruise.
Oh, that sounds awesome. We have, I think we did breakfast one morning. We ordered room service, but that's just that, Carnival does charge for a lot of the room service. So
yes.
We haven't really done room service, but who knows? Maybe on Norwegian we'll do room service. We'll see.
Yeah, we're going to see what it's like so we can report back on the channel. Did we have to pay for the room service? And if we did, how much and what was it? And yeah, it'll be interesting to find out. I'm curious.
Absolutely. And Marsha says balcony cabins are good. Absolutely. I think Cindy and I, so our very first cruise, we did an ocean view. And then our second cruise, we did a balcony. And that was a huge mistake. Because once you get a balcony, it's hard to go back to different types of cabins outside of a balcony. Now on this one, on the Norwegian breakaway, we are doing an ocean view. So we still have a window to see out of, but we have done interior and they're nice on short cruises. I don't know if I would like them on longer cruises. Because especially we like to wake up kind of early. And when we did the interior, because they are so dark, we almost missed an excursion that we had booked because we overslept and we almost missed it. Think about it, but interior cabins are awesome if you just want to be able to sleep a lot and you don't want to get woke up by the light as sunrise comes up and everything. They are a great option. And they're less expensive, so they're that too. And Ross says introverts unite separately. our own homes. Absolutely.
Yeah, y'all stay over there. I'm an introvert, but we're united.
Actually, we're united. And then he also says, I'm an introvert, but sometimes I need to be alone with my thoughts and snacks.
Especially the
Absolutely.
snacks. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see.
I can't show the brand, but I've got my jalapeno cashews here.
Ooh, those sound really, really good.
Oh, they're yummy. Mm.
And then Danny says, I spend 99.9 of time on a cruise in trivia. Well, there you go. That's not a bad thing for introverts. You know, you don't have to interact with a whole lot of people. You're there and you can answer. Although when you're answering the questions and if you win, then you got to go up. They might not like that. So, to get your reward, but trivia is not a bad thing. Do you guys play trivia much when you are on the on a
We've
cruise
had
ship?
cruises. We've had cruises where we played a lot of trivia, and then like this last cruise we were on, we didn't play any trivia. So no cruise is ever the same for us. One cruise we spent a lot of time in the spa. Another cruise we're off on excursions. Another one we're sleeping in the cabin. Another one we're playing trivia. Every cruise is different for us. I tell you what, I don't know how anybody could get bored with cruising.
I know, and every cruise, Cindy and I determined that we are going to try something new every time, something we haven't done before. I'm not sure what's going to be on this cruise coming up, outside of the fact that we're going on a new cruise ship with a new cruise line to ports that we've never been to before. Yeah. I mean, everything is going to be new for us. But so I'm really interested in getting on the Breakaway, because this, it's a bigger ship, and just can't wait to experience all the new things with Norwegian, and really seeing how Norwegian does things, and to compare them to Carnival, which is the only cruise line we've been on so far.
Oh yeah, we've been on so many different ones now. Now we got a good comparison of them. So we're curious to see how they're going to compare with the, Royal and Virgin and Princess and MSC and Carnival. It's a lot of comparison going to be going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's so with us, we started with Carnival, and then I just asked Cindy for us. If I did it all over, I would not have done it this way, but I'd asked her for us to wait, because she really wanted to branch out. I wanted to wait till we hit an upper status with one of the cruise lines, since we started with Carnival. I wanted to wait till we hit platinum, which we did a couple cruises ago, to branch out. And now Norwegian is the first cruise line that we'll be branching out with. We're also looking at MSC. I can't wait to get on MSC. Seeing the people that's been on MSC and watching their videos, those cruise ships look fabulous, and I can't wait to get on MSC. In fact, you're going to be taking the MSC cruise here just before the Breakaway. Do you want to talk about that one?
Sure. The 12th through the 19th, we're going to be out of Port Canaveral on the MSC Seashore, and going with the yacht club again. And Bruce, you need to come on that one with us, because then when we get off of that ship, we're just going to drive from Port Canaveral down to Miami, get on the Breakaway. So we're kind of looking at the MSC as like our vacation of resting and chilling out, and then we're going to go down the Breakaway and have a group cruise. A group cruise, y'all. It's going to be exciting.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be kind of crazy. There's no rest for the weary on that one, because you're getting right off one ship, going down, doing a side by side, or actually
we've done it before. So
to do another one. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've done that before, even in different ports, in the same ports. We've done back to back, side to side. We've tried them all.
Wow, that is cool. We've never done either. We've never done a side to side or back to back, and we've talked about trying to figure out how to do that with work schedule and stuff. It's not the easiest thing, but we are going to try and do that, because it looks like so much fun. And I know there's a couple cruise ships that we've been looking at that when you do a back to back, they actually do different itineraries. They do a 7-day, then a 6-day, then a 7-day, and a 6-day. So it kind of gives you, doing the same ship but going to different itineraries. I think is a great way to do it. Also,
we did a 6-day and an 8-day back to back on the Carnival Magic. Went 2 different, Southern for the 8-day, and I think Eastern for the 6-day. And,
that's
was
fantastic. Great. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
They take your picture down there in the atrium. There's only like 20 of us, and they took our picture down there and gave us a picture of it and gave us mimosas and champagne. It was great.
Yeah, that is awesome. And Billy says, I've tried to break out of my introvertedness by going on group cruises, spending time with others, but there are times I like being by myself to energize myself after being around so much energy. Group cruises are a great way to break out of your introvertedness. And we did our first one with the booze cruise, even though it wasn't an official group cruise. This was our first group cruise to be a part of. And that's one thing that we started looking at when it comes to group cruises, of doing a balcony or doing something else, because on that cruise, normally we spend every morning and every night before we go to bed sitting on our balcony. That's what we love. It's the first thing we do in the morning, last thing we did at night. But on the booze cruise, on the Glory, we were going so much that we spent one day, and not very long in that day, on our balcony. Because there's always something you want to do or people you want to see and go spend time with and do things. So group cruises is a great way to meet people. If you want to meet people on the cruise and you don't want to cruise by yourself, and you might be an introvert, but it's a great way to just meet 1 or 2 people, and then you guys can hang out, stuff like that too. It's group really. And I was talking with I think it was See Me Traveling. Yeah, I was talking to them the other day, and they're really looking at group cruises as the way to go versus cruising by yourself. They really enjoyed that, and we're kind of looking at that the same way. So everyone, you need to get on the breakaway and be part of this group cruise, because it is the best way to go.
Yeah, you'll find Captain Billy, we can totally relate to that, because we are kind of high energy people. We've come out and we got a burst of energy, and we're going to hang out with people or meet people, wherever it is we're going to do. But then all of a sudden we're like, time to retreat, and we'll go disappear.
Yeah.
And so I can totally relate to what Captain Billy's saying there. Usually people, introverts or high energy people, sometimes they're one and the same, will be like that. They'll come out and, hey, and then when the hey is over, an hour or 2 or 3 hours later, they're like, I'm disappearing now.
Yeah. And then Bill says that group cruises can be tough because everyone is coupled off, and I feel like a third wheel. But Bill, you're the main wheel. We cruised with Bill on the booze cruise, and he is an awesome guy. And to spend time with him, it's a lot of fun. We really enjoyed spending the time with Bill. And as all of us, we want our alone time too. But Bill's a great guy, and we had so much fun hanging out with him and spending time with him.
I wish he'd come on our group cruise. Come on, Bill. We're going to have a good time. Hang out. Come on, Norwegian. Let's see what it's all about.
Absolutely.
We can vlog each other's reactions.
Yeah. Let's see. Just checking down. So you do the yacht club on MSC. Talk about that for people that may not know about the yacht club with MSC. What is that like?
Well, the best thing about it, we did our first did our first cruise with them last year on the seaside, and we didn't know nothing about MSC, but she said, hey, I got this time off. See if you can find a cruise to fit. So I called. MSC had an opening, but it was only in the yacht club. That was the only handicap room available. I'm like, we'll take it. And so when we get there, there's this gigantic line waiting to get on the ship. And there's an employee, a lady walking down the line. She goes, "Hey, you got yacht club tags?" We're like, "Yes, we do." She goes, "Come on." They take you out of that big old line. You go on up and you go into a room where they give you champagne and snacks and all kinds of stuff up there. And so it's great. It's like, wow, this is cool. You don't have to stand there in that, long line like you do when you're, first time cruiser. You're going to stand a long line. I'm expecting it. That's what I'm going to do on Norwegian. I'm okay with that. But MSC, I was kind of surprised. They pulled us up. And then a butler comes and gets us and brings us down, takes us right onto the ship. You go right into the yacht club entrance, which you got to have the band to let you in. Nobody else can get in there. Only the people are actually booked into that yacht club. And as soon as you walk in there, they got more champagne, more hors d'oeuvres and snacks and all this. And you're sitting down. They got piano player over there going. You got the best views on the front of the ship. You got your own restaurant right there, looking out over these massive glass windows on the front of the ship. So, yeah, we could go up there and get something to eat, or we could eat the snacks, drop our luggage off. Your room's ready when you get on the ship. There's no waiting around with your luggage or anything like that. The butler takes it all and takes it right there. And then you can just sit around and, wait for the ship to finish boarding. You don't have to go out because there's only like 200 people up there. There's very limited room. But it's fantastic. If you're an introvert and you get up there, you got all this room. You can sit there. You're kind of still around people, but you're not with them. You know what I mean? And you got restaurant up there. You can go up there and sit by yourself. It was so relaxing. We just totally chilled out. And we thought, as soon as I get home, I'm booking another MSC cruise in the yacht club.
Nice. Very
great.
cool. Awesome. And I want to go over on the Instagram side because we do have a couple people over there. It looks like Will Cooper is on there. Welcome in, Will. Glad you are here. Also, Ricky Ocean says, hey, is on the Instagram side. So welcome in, guys. Hopefully you are having a wonderful evening. Let's see. I saw a couple here. Oh, here's one. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation says, we just did the sushi making class on the Jubilee. Highly recommend it. We love sushi. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds fabulous.
That carnival is great.
Yeah, Andrew says sushi class was really fun. And then Danny says, I can't do origami. I have a fear of paper cuts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. Everyone talking to each other. Also, and then Ross says, FYI, we are working on the final details of the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. Stay tuned for the details, including the ship itinerary, activities, and band lineups. That's right. We are working on that, and hopefully we will have something. I'm hoping this week, if not next week, but we should have something finalized soon, hopefully. So, yeah. And then Billy says, I've never done room service. I'm frugal. Yeah, that's kind of where we are with Carnival because they do charge most of that. So yeah. I believe, I don't know if Norwegian does, but I think Royal does not charge for room service. I don't believe, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember. I'd hate to say.
Yeah. And then Kenny says, showing support with both YouTube channels. Thank you very much, Kenny. Greatly appreciate that. And then he also says, I actually had an ocean view room on my very first cruise back in October on the Carnival Horizon going out of Miami. Went to Bonaire, Aruba, Amber Cove, and La Romania, if I said that right. That's awesome. Well, we got another group cruise that we got set up for April 11th of 2026 on the horizon. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and play this for that one right here.
The ABC's and You Group Cruise 2026 is the cruise you have been waiting for. Don't miss this opportunity to set sail on the magnificent Carnival Horizon for an epic 8-day sailing from Miami to the beautiful ABC Islands. After 2 amazing sea days, you will arrive at the island of Aruba where you can see the California Lighthouse or just take in the scenery. The next stop is Bonaire with its picturesque pink salt flats and amazing beaches. And then the last port of call is Curacao, where you can take a panoramic island tour or just take in the sights. 2 more sea days wrap up this cruise, and you will have plenty of time to hang out at the Pig and Anchor Bar, the Havana Bar, or the Ocean Plaza. There is so much to do on the horizon, and this is why it is a favorite among many. Contact Bruce at Ocean Travel or Felicia at Syrup City Travel today for more details and booking information for this amazing group cruise. We'll see you on board.
This is going to be, I can't wait for this. So this group cruise was brought to be because of the booze cruise. So with the booze cruise, we had over 100 people that were part of that cruise that went on that cruise. And it was so much fun. We had so many people coming up to us say, hey, you guys need to put another group cruise together. And so Felicia and I got together along with Greg, and we decided upon this one. A lot of people haven't been to the ABC Islands, and this just seemed like a perfect cruise for that. It's going to be a lot of fun going out of Miami, and can't wait for that. And we've already got 9 cabins booked. Did some more quotes today, probably going to get some more. And right now you have until February 29th or 28th, 29th. I think, yeah, it's the 29th because it's a leap year and it's going to be on the 29th. To just put $50 down to save your spot. Now that doesn't put you in a cabin. You can't actually have a booking number and be put in the cabin without a full deposit. However, you can put down the $50. That's going to save you a spot, guarantee you that you will be in a cabin when you're ready to put down the full deposit. Full deposit would not be due until around October of 2025. And then final payment is in January of 2026. So you have some time, but if you put down that $50, we have a block of 32 right now. We have 9 cabins spoken for. We do have a block of 32. We got some more people that are going to be putting that $50 down. So at least do that. Save your spot. It is fully refundable. Any amount that you pay towards that cruise is fully refundable up until final payment date. So, so if you end up not being able to go, you're not going to lose any money. So I would put that $50 down if you can do it, and it's going to save you a spot. This is going to be a great cruise. SCT Adventures is booked on it now. See Me Traveling, Clock Family Adventures, We Are, and some other great people. I think Rob with Cruising on the High Seas is booked on it. So we've got a few people on it already and a lot more coming on it. So make sure that you get a hold of either myself or Felicia at SCT Adventures and get on this group cruise. It's going to be fantastic. You guys need to come, Chet. You guys need to come and join us.
You never know. It could happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are wrapping up our hour. Let me just go through and see if I have, let me go and see if I have anybody else. Kenny says, I'd love to take another cruise one day, but finances right now are tight. Absolutely, Kenny. Completely understand, buddy.
Yep.
You and Papa are working things out. So just, make sure you're taking care of yourself, buddy. You'll be able to get to join us again. I guarantee that.
Yep.
And we've got Josh Chastity, Moonlight Adventures are in the house. Welcome in, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Good to see you guys here tonight. And we've got Emily in the house. Welcome in, Emily. Hopefully you are doing well. And sorry if I miss anybody. And we've got Mona sifting some soil and more. Met Mona on the booze cruise. Fantastic time meeting her. Some other people. Felicia, was on there. It was great meeting them. And Mona is a great person, and really enjoyed sitting down talking to her. Very knowledgeable, very smart. Really enjoyed the time with her. All right, well, we are going to close it out. Everyone go over to Nautical Nurse Nancy, check her out, let her know we sent you her way, put in hashtag O20Raid. She has a great live, and they are going live in about a minute. So go over and check her out. All right, well, we're going to say goodnight for now. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Bruce.
Everyone have a wonderful evening. And until next time, happy travels. We will see you out there.